Have you ever asked yourself how you cope with rejection? We all have, right? It's a universal experience, an inevitable part of life that touches us all. That job you wanted but didn't get, the university you applied to and were rejected from, or even the love interest who didn't feel the same way about you. Rejection can feel like a punch to the gut, leaving you breathless, questioning your worth and doubting your abilities. Yet it's not merely a personal experience but a shared one. We all know the sting of rejection, the sinking feeling of disappointment, the taste of a dream deferred. It's a common thread that weaves through the fabric of human existence, but remember, it's not the end of your story. It's merely a plot twist, a detour on the road to your destination. It's crucial to understand that while rejection can feel devastating, it's a part of life that we must learn to deal with. If you're seeking ways to counter rejection, you're in the right place. The first strategy, acceptance, the stepping stone to resilience. Let's take a moment to ponder on this. Rejection, whether in love, career, or life in general, is an inevitable part of our journey. It's not always about you or your inadequacies. Sometimes it's just not the right fit or the right time. Accepting rejection doesn't mean admitting failure. It's about acknowledging that this particular path wasn't meant for you at this time. And that's okay. Acceptance allows you to take a step back, reassess your journey, and find an alternate route. It paves the way to resilience, empowering you to bounce back stronger, wiser, and more determined. It's about redefining your perception of rejection, not as a stop sign but as a detour, a chance to explore new opportunities and possibilities. So the next time you face rejection, take a deep breath, accept it, and remember that it's just a part of your journey to success. Remember, acceptance is not about defeat but about understanding and growth. Strategy number 2, positive self-talk, your personal cheerleader. This is all about the narrative we tell ourselves. It's the internal dialogue that can either empower us or lead us to self-doubt. When faced with rejection, it's easy to fall into a trap of negative self-talk. But remember, the way we speak to ourselves matters. It shapes our perspective and our self-esteem. Think of it this way. If you had a friend who was going through a tough time, would you berate them or encourage them? Now, why would you treat yourself any differently? We should be our own best cheerleader, our own staunchest supporter. Positive self-talk is about recognizing our strengths, acknowledging our efforts, and reminding ourselves that we are more than a single instance of rejection. It's about saying, I can do this, I am worthy, and I am capable. Your words to yourself matter. Make them kind and encouraging. Our third strategy, perspective, the art of shifting your viewpoint. In the grand scheme of things, perspective is a powerful tool that can transform your experience with rejection. It's like looking through a different lens, a change in the way we perceive rejection. Instead of viewing it as a dead end, an absolute failure, we can choose to see it as a stepping stone, an opportunity for growth. Think of it this way. Imagine rejection as a teacher, a stern one perhaps, but one that pushes you to better yourself, to learn, to grow, to excel. It's not a sign of defeat, but a chance to reassess and improve. It's not a door slamming shut, but a redirection to a path you may not have considered before. And remember, everyone faces rejection. It's a universal experience. So, the next time you face rejection, shift your perspective. View it as a learning opportunity, rather than a setback. Change your perspective, change your experience. Strategy number 4, learning from rejection, turning negatives into positives. It's a simple truth, really. Rejection stings, but it also teaches. It's a masterclass in resilience and adaptation. Think of it as the universe's way of nudging us towards growth. But how does one extract wisdom from the bitter pill of rejection? Well, first, don't shy away from it. Embrace it. Look it straight in the eye and ask, what's the lesson here? Is it a skill you need to polish? An attitude you need to adjust? Or perhaps a direction you need to reconsider? Second, reflect. Reflection transforms rejection into a mirror that reveals not just where we faltered, but also how we can improve. So take that time to introspect, to learn, to adapt. Remember, it's not about the number of times you fall. It's about the number of times you rise, wiser and stronger. Every rejection has a lesson. Seek it, learn it, grow from it. Fifth strategy on our list, self-care, because you matter. Self-care is not an indulgence, it's a necessity, especially when dealing with the sting of rejection. It's like applying a soothing balm to a wound. It helps you heal, recover, and bounce back stronger. So what does self-care look like? It's as simple as getting enough sleep, eating well, and taking time to relax and rejuvenate. It's about recognizing your needs and taking steps to meet them. It might mean taking a walk in the park, reading a book, or just spending some quiet time alone. Rejection can leave us feeling depleted and disheartened, but self-care replenishes us. It refuels our body, recharges our mind, and reignites our spirit. It's a powerful strategy to counter rejection. It reminds us that we are worthy even when we face setbacks. Remember, caring for yourself is not just about the physical. It's also about caring for your mental and emotional well-being. Self-care is not selfish, it's essential. Strategy number 6, building a support system, because we all need a little help sometimes. When life throws a curveball, or when rejection stings a little too harshly, having a solid network of people to lean on can make all the difference. It could be friends, family, mentors, or even professional counselors. These are the people who listen, offer advice, and lend a shoulder when you need it. They are your personal cheerleaders, your pillars of strength. But remember, a support system is not just about taking, it's also about giving. It's about building relationships based on mutual support and respect. We all have our own battles to fight, and sometimes we can be the support system for others too. So, reach out, connect, and nurture these relationships. These bonds can be your lifeline during challenging times. A strong support system is like a safety net. It's there to catch you when you fall. Our final strategy, persistence, the key to eventual success. Picture a river cutting through a rock, not through sheer force but by persistently flowing over time. That's the power of persistence. In the face of rejection, it's easy to lose heart, to doubt, and to give up. But remember, each no is one step closer to a yes. Persistence means standing up each time you fall, dusting off the dirt, and marching forward. It's about understanding that rejection is not a dead end but a detour, leading you towards a path you're meant to tread. Think about all the great achievers in history. What's common among them? They faced rejection, they fell, but they got back up, again and again. Their success wasn't derived from never failing but from never giving up. So, keep trying, keep learning, keep moving, even when the odds seem stacked against you. Remember, the only sure way to fail is to stop trying. Persistence is not about never failing, it's about never giving up. Overcome a tough rejection? We want to hear your victory story. Drop it in the comments below and inspire others with your resilience. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It helps us bring more brain-boggling content straight to you. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.